Hi, so I chose for my poem to analyze Emily Dickinson's Hope is a Thing with Feathers, and this poem can be analyzed through feminist literary criticism and psychoanalytical criticism. So, through feminist literary criticism, it challenges some of the typical expectations placed on women. During Dickinson's time, women were often expected to be quiet and obedient, and their roles were clearly defined. However, Dickinson's writing pushes against these expectations, and in the poem, Hope is represented as a bird that continues singing through storms, symbolizing the strength as that doesn't ask for anything in return. And Sandra Gilbert points out that women writers such as Dickinson had to find subtle ways to express themselves within the constraints of a patriarchal society. And in the same way that hope endures in the poem, women in Dickinson's time were expected to endure quietly, but the poem suggests this strength is powerful and not passive. Also, Dickinson herself defined societal expectations by choosing not to marry and instead focusing on her work as a poet. So, in a way, the poem is more than just about hope, and it's about the resilience and quiet rebellion against the limits placed on women. And through psychoanalytical criticism, the poem explores hope as something deeply embedded in the subconscious mind, something that guides us when we're not even aware of it. And in the line, "and sings a tune without words," it suggests that hope is not something that we can always put into words or fully understand, but it is something that is always there, and it's a feeling that guides us. And according to Freud, most of our emotional life is governed by the unconscious. And this idea connects with Dickinson's portrayal of hope, and it's always present, providing comfort even when we don't know that we might need it. And Carl Jung's idea of collective unconscious also applies here, because the idea of hope that Dickinson describes feels universal and something that is a part of all of us, even if we don't always recognize it. The poem also suggests that hope is strongest during hard times, which makes sense from a psychological perspective. The fact that hope never asked a crumb of me shows that it's something that helps us without demanding anything in return. It's like an unconscious force.